All right, thank you everyone for joining us. Welcome to the White Tiger Mount Hook live stream on Twitch TV. I'm Tom Olste, aka Dogan. My co-hosts today are going to be Antipos and Samurai. At some point in time shortly, we should be joined by Community Manager Earthquake. The matches broadcast are selected by popular vote. Information for voting can be found in the description below the video. Additional video content is provided in part by Snail. Music is provided by premiumbeats.com. Now we're going to review the brackets real quick before we jump into the competition itself. We have roughly 25 minutes before the competition starts. Sometime in the next 5-10 minutes we should see Community Manager Earthquake joining us. Alright, in our brackets today, it looks like first up is going to be Never Forget, and I cannot pronounce the next name there. We're going to have Mo Wen Tien, Kagami, Minerva, Wisp, Art 1, Stadium, Friend, Baitu, Soka, Danky, Hirito, Rice Cake, Grievance, Kensu, Modarvin, Rika, Nightwolf, Boizo, Xing Yi, JC, Ultra Juice, Airmao, Mold, Tani, DI7YE, Muse. I believe, though, Muse told me that they will not be attending the competition, unfortunately, so it looks like DI is going to be getting a pass. Seiyi, Volpe, Mochuk, and Landis. Our first match coverage is going to start with Sai versus Volpe when the matches start. Second round match coverage is going to be, and as the brackets progress, we'll provide updated information as to who will be following next. For the next few minutes here, we're just going to have the brackets posted until All right, everyone, we're back. Again, I'm joined by my co-hosts Antipas and Samurai. And with us right now, joining us in our team speak for the stream is Community Manager Earthquake.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello, guys.
All right, we're going to get into a little bit more about the brackets in just a minute here, but first, Earthquake is being so kind, and Snail is being generous and providing us with some retail CD keys and some legacy gift pack codes for anyone who's interested. Um, and Earthquake also tells me he's got an announcement for the community, so I'll pass it off to you, Earthquake. What's going on?
Awesome. Well, as some of you guys may know, those of you who've been playing with us since closed beta, that yearly we do have a global tournament. And, I just received news this week that we're going to have the same tournament this year again, which means, last year we sent, 5 competitors from the U.S. player community to this tournament, and they had tons of fun. It was fully expense paid trip to China, where they competed in Age of Wushu with the rest of the operating region which we have for Age of Wushu. And this year the pot should be about $1 million RMB, which roughly comes out to around, I think, like 260,000 or something. Let me do a conversion on that.
Oh, that's okay. That's still a sizable chunk of change for a prize pool.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of the largest prize pools you can have for a single player tournament. Some of these other larger esports require teams of 3 to 5, but here we're offering this amount for one single winner.
I'm getting a couple people in the chat saying they're having some volume problems.
All right, let me check the volume.
Hey guys, we'll do a quick sound check. Can everyone hear me okay? Earthquake's a tad quiet. Okay, I'll raise my gain on him.
Hello? Is this better?
Go ahead and try that, Earthquake.
Hello? Is this better?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay.
Awesome.
Well, just to review what Earthquake said for those of you who might have had a little bit of difficulty hearing it, the event that was taking place in China that actually took place earlier in the season with players in the beta in the US, we're going to be seeing that competition again, and we're going to be sending, I guess, more players from the US region over to China as well to compete.
Yeah, definitely. So just to go over it, it's the global, Wulin tournament. So, all of you guys play Age of Wushu, you should understand that the Mount Hua tournament itself is a simulation of a well-known urban legend, in the wuxia fantasies, that yearly they would have this tournament on top of a mountain, and the winner would walk away with the ultimate scrolls of power. And so in order to perpetuate this simulation, we have an actual live tournament in China yearly. This will be the 3rd year we're hosting it. In the previous year, we had to send some competitors that weren't as knowledgeable about the game, because at that time we were still in closed beta, coming out of open beta, I think. And so, we didn't have the Meridian systems. We didn't have a weekly or a monthly running Mount Hua tournament. But this year we hope to have competitors with much more game knowledge sent, and hopefully grab a seat in the final standings.
That would be awesome. So when can we expect some details posted on qualifications and how players can try to get involved in this?
Yeah, that type of information is something that we're going to be working on over the next, I think, month. Our selection process. Last year, the selection was purely based on an application process. You would send in an application to us showing your interest to travel abroad. You had to show that you have a valid U.S. passport and that you weren't going to have issues traveling to China. And from that point on, we would select a group of 5, and we kind of went through an interview process with them to make sure that they were right for the tournament. But this year we hope to do more skill-based selection process as well as an application process, and this is all still in the planning phases, but by the end of the month we should have much more details. So besides the 1 million RMB prize pool that we have cash, the winner also obviously wins the dragon sling, the dragon saber, and that's a cosmetic lore item. That's the epitome of the wuxia lore. To hold this weapon is to be holding great power in yourself.
So
And
is that lore only going to be available to winners of this competition?
yeah, in fact, only one person in the world will have this cosmetic or fashion lore. I believe this fashion lore was also given out in the original marketing promotion in China as an open bid system. So some of you guys may have heard that this item once went for 10,000 USD in open auction. But yeah, the winner of the tournament this year will also have a copy of that, as well as unique titles for your characters for participating and placing in the top 10. And assorted goodies, all sorts of skill sets will be handed out. So participating in this tournament and earning a final seat will definitely earn tons of rewards. Not to mention, it's planned all expense paid trip to China where you get to meet tons of other players of Age of Wushu all around the world and discuss tactics and whatnot. But the competitors that went last year were, they came back and they were just like, wow, we didn't know Age of Wushu was such a big phenomenon overseas. But many people don't understand that this game is actually the #1 game in China. So it's definitely a huge cult following. Yeah, definitely, and that's why our company is very interested in the success of your stream, and we want to see more players get active in the community. But why don't we hand out one of the keys right now? So I don't know the best way, but one way I do know is that if you follow this channel right now, the channel manager has a dice option to randomly roll a dice for whoever is following his channel, right? Well, do you know a good way to pass this out? This is a retail box key, $3 value, and it comes with, access to the Twilight Village VIP starting zone, as well as a hefty package of goodies. Awesome. So, who's actually favored to win the tournament on White Tiger? I see your brackets here. Awesome. So tell me a little about Oh, okay. Go ahead. Let's do this. Sounds good. And once you pick a number, I will just private message that the winning user on your stream and on Twitch with the retail box key. Senbon05. Senbon05 active in the chat right now? Senbon05, please accept your winning retail box key by typing in the chat. Just give that maybe like 30 seconds, and if he's not there, pick somebody else. Oh, here you go. Alright. Let me go ahead and PM him this code. Alright. So that's sent. Yeah, let's talk about the brackets. I'm really interested on what the top picks or your top picks of the brackets are. Hold on a second. They're saying in the chat that your mic isn't on. Or your audio, but I can hear you.
There we go. There we go.
Awesome.
I apologize, guys. Right now, looking at the brackets, like I was saying, what I see is the strongest competitors, and this is just judging out of what I see in open PvP around the world when the different guilds on the servers go at each other's throats here and there. In no particular order, by the way. I'm just going from the top of the ranking down to the bottom of the ranking on the brackets here. The people that really stand out that I always have trouble fighting against are going to be Never Forget, Kagami. We see a lot of damage coming out, of course, from Grievance. Mows through people. We've got Mold, who's very strong. Z Yang, who's Perish Blade, deadly. Especially if he gets you in close quarters in a small area, he just bounces you around, and the next thing you know, you're done. Sei's very, very strong Emmy in the game as well. As far as who's going to progress to the next tier, your best guess is mine. I mean, there can be an upset. There might be players who just can't make it to the tournament. I know of one or two that just said work came up. So some people in first round might get a bye into second.
Oh, nice. What about your dream matchup for the finals? Who do you want to see in the final two?
I kind of want to see a rematch of last month's. I want to see Grievance and Kagami go back at it again.
Awesome.
I don't know if we'll see that happening. I kind of I don't know what to say about that. I just last month's tournament was really fun to watch, going back and forth, the heals going off, the spikes and damage. It's entertaining to see those two go at each other. So wouldn't mind seeing that again. I know both of them have really upped their game since then and progressed.
Yeah. What do you think about the format of the Mount Hua tournament? How the qualifying rounds occur? How you actually have to go out in PvP in open world. Feel about that?
I wish it was more predictable for me so I could set stuff up further in advance. But no, I mean, you're forcing people to get out there in the world, so I like that aspect of it. I think it's good. We usually see the biggest swing in numbers usually on the weekends during the Guild Wars. That's when we usually see a lot of action take place. Not the Guild Wars, I'm sorry, during the School Wars.
School Wars.
So yeah, last night
Right.
I had everything set up ready with the brackets and stuff, and I was just waiting to see in midnight to see how that School War turned everything around.
Yeah. Okay, so 1 million RMB is actually $164,000 USD. Yeah, that's the grand prize for the Wulin tournament we're going to be hosting this year.
It's still a very good prize pool.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't think there's anyone here that wouldn't want to walk away with a chunk of it.
Well, I definitely encourage everybody to apply once we do have some application process open. It should be coming later this month. But yeah, I mean, we want to win this year for the U.S. servers. We want to show world that we are serious about our Wushu, and we do have competitors that are very knowledgeable and skillful in Age of Wushu.
So how does that work? Do they would they take a copy of your current character from the live servers in the US and bring it over there? So you'd be competing with your
No.
character?
No, I mean, you're going to be competing on the tournament server, in fact, and it's going to have its own little matchmaking system, all programmed by our programmers on site, and it's going to be a complete fresh character. You're going to be able to choose some skill sets. Last year they also had some skill set banning phases, which means if you know your competitor is especially skillful in a certain set, you can ban that away from him.
Oh
So
man.
it is very normalized, and it's a very unique tournament server that we have.
Wow, that would definitely bring a lot more into play for the game.
Right, right. So in a little bit more detail about how competitors are selected worldwide, I know that in China, our main region for players in this game, they have certain, like, I think 8 seats available to players who've performed well in actual live Mount Hua tournaments on their servers, highest win rate, the most amounts of Mount Hua tournament wins will qualify for those 8 seats. And they also have a local live tournament that they run in China as a qualifier. So, without exposing too much of our planning, I can say that we might take a similar structure and, try to select some really skillful and competitive individuals this time around.
Okay, Mount Hua is live.
Yep, just got the system notice, zoning in now. We'll be selecting the match in just a second.
Awesome. So how did you guys like the server merger?
I didn't mind the server merger. I think a few people would like the option to change their name to get rid of that the BT
The
tag
BT?
behind it. Yeah. That's the only
Yeah.
the only thing I've heard for people really not liking it. Other than that, bringing the populations together was great.
Yeah, one of the main, risk versus rewards we had in that type of decision was that some players, you had your reputation reset across the realm. Guild territories were reset, so, it was a really, I guess, discussed move that we had to make sure everybody would be happy in this process. In the future, there will be name change vouchers, as far as
Oh, nice.
retroactively compensating for the needs to have a name change. That's something that we're gonna have to speak about with our customer service team. but we would definitely love to be able to, help everybody change their names so you don't have that BT tag. But when I'm on the forums browsing, I recognize that a lot of Black Tortoise players are very proud of their origins. They always like to distinguish themselves as not only on White Tiger but from Black Tortoise.
Yes,
So,
definitely.
it's definitely something to consider.
All right, just a second. Is there no good way to zone in? I'm sorry. We're all right, guys. Right now we're tuning in, watching Never Forget, and I won't be able to do his name justice, so I'm not even gonna try.
That EMI 4th set is nasty.
If you like, we can change the format to first-person view.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm on Never Forget.
There we go. It's like Never Forget, first round.
Well, from what I saw, that looked like a pretty one-sided match.
But it looked like there too. No, it looks like Mudraven, Darvin's got Rika down twice. All right, we'll watch this next round. Then we're going to be hopping over to watch Sei real quick, because Sei got some of the top votes. Check back in on Never Forget a little bit later.
She's using the 4 skill set. Never forget.
Yeah, and again, just walking all over her opponent.
A lot of good control there.
I don't see Ivan moving at all. Makes
I'm
me
wondering
Yeah.
if he's willing just to give him a bye this time around.
Exactly.
Oh, well, there we go.
Open Tai Chi.
Oh, that doesn't look like that did much.
Yeah, I didn't notice, was that ancient or was that normal set? Well, that was just
That
the
would be
normal.
the
That
ancient.
was that I didn't notice the armor.
Yeah, he's Oh, maybe you're right. He is Wu Dang.
It
Yeah,
was
he's Wu Dang. I didn't see the armor on that one. All right, we're out of the match with Never Forget. Never Forget 2-0. So we're gonna move on. Told me Saeed's match is coming up, but it's...
They're fighting right now.
all right. There we go.
Looks like Volt is pulling out some RG chain, but it's over.
That was fast, yeah.
So tell me a little about Fearless Guild. What territories do you guys own?
We've got the 2 bases in Yanjing.
Oh, okay, not bad. Do you guys use that the Hour of Terror?
Usually we use it just to kill each other. It's usually after reset, we'll do some TPs or something, then we all just go and, kick the crap out of each other.
Awesome.
Volp's trying to keep some distance with that RG chain.
Trying to, but we've got Saeed just, and yeah, big stun, few stacks on there. Stacks aren't that high though, so
Sai got
still
full
the damage coming out is big.
range. Wow. That
I mean, you can see there
He
one of
likes
those
that.
hits just
Yeah.
ate through him halfway through. All right, let's see some guys in chat. Any of the matches going on right now you want me to hop into? All right,
Rice cake.
that's where we're gonna go then. Ooh, pull right into the center.
RG versus RG. This could be interesting.
Looks like Rice Cake might be lagging a little bit. A little delayed in his reaction time. That looks like Cruel Sevens, yeah. And yes, Harito isn't RG, but Harito does have the chain.
Yes, I just noticed that.
We've got a Wudang there.
And that was the school version rage that he just popped.
I'm not sure if Harito has the ancient.
He does.
He does? Okay. Oh, that
Yeah, one
Cruel
of the
Sevens just
techniques
eats
he
you
likes
up.
to use is he likes to build double stacks of rage and then double open Tai Chi.
He had rage for a long time. Not sure
Yeah,
why he's
he's
not using it.
yeah, he is full up on rage right now. I'm surprised we're not seeing any of it utilized because Rice Cake's low. He doesn't have very much pairing left. He's got to go on the offense here.
Yep, and those extra stacks from that RG chain is going to hurt. He's trying to get her to hit his parry and then knock her back when she's not blocking. But his parry endurance is about to give out. Oh, and there we go.
Yeah, there's our first lockdown. We're probably going to see her lock down again immediately. Follow up.
And
there it is. Rice Cake's still in a pretty good place though. He's got some rage back now. Rage is definitely in Rice Cake's favor. But, ooh, trick the enemy to get out of that. See Harito start working on getting some energy back. We just saw Rice Cake going for some energy return.
Oh, that was a good bubble. Get a little bit of HP from that. Looks like Rice Cake is trying to break through his parry, wear it down with that Cruel 7. She's got to be careful though. She's giving him full stacks of rage. If she
he's
slips
back up
one
there
time,
in rage.
He's gonna double rage.
Same time though, she's at the health advantage and energy advantage right now. Yep.
It's not doing a lot of damage though. Those open Tai Chi.
Yeah, those open Tai Chi really, in total it took away 25%. There we go with the match timer being up.
And who did that go to? I didn't see.
Oh, we
I
get the match
believe that was
timer up,
Rice
but
Cake.
yeah.
He went to Rice Cake.
Oh, pull right from the sitting position.
Looks like Harito's pulling out some breeze. And here comes the Cruel 7.
Looking to get that parry hit so you can get some stacks on that.
Yep, she's just pulverizing his parry endurance.
To buy himself some time to heal. There's the bubble,
there we
but
go.
Rice Cake's
She's
not
not
gonna go
gonna
in
hit
for
it.
that. Yeah. Waiting to see that ancient rage. There we go. That's the
school
normal
version
school one.
first.
Yep, no armor on it. Should see the ancient one immediately. No?
Not enough.
Probably
Wait, he
skill
did have
disabled.
enough.
Yeah, he had enough.
Yeah, he was skill disabled.
Now Rice Cake's just gonna go at him since he has no parry endurance.
Yeah, it's gone now. Whatever little bit he had just gotten back is gone, and he does not have the energy for.
The new skill set, Mosey Sword, would come in real handy at this point.
To get some parry back.
There we
Yeah.
go.
How do you guys like the new set?
I love it. It's a good set.
I enjoy it a lot. Yeah. Very controlling,
guys
even
see-
if you're not breaking their parry. It's very controlling.
Nice. So you see people using it a lot in open combat, open world.
Yeah,
Yeah,
every
I
once in a
see
while,
it here and
especially
there.
if they're getting their parry endurance really low. All right, let's see. What do you guys want to see next on the stream while we're waiting?
We have Palladium, and we also have Kagami.
Let's go check in on Kagami.
You will be getting Drunken Master by the end of the year.
I want that
Ooh.
one.
That's good news.
Yeah, and it's gonna be released through a format that we haven't used before.
Can't wait to see what you have for us.
I just say most people will be able to enjoy the skill set. It's
Nice.
definitely a fun one.
We'll be looking forward to seeing any of the prayer event sets re-released.
Oh, definitely. Those are gonna be set to be, recycled through the next few months.
So we'll see them coming up again through the prayer event in the future as well.
Yeah, in fact, the headbutt set, one of the more popular ones, are gonna be coming back soon.
Oh, very
Very
nice.
soon.
Well, guys, that means run out to Chengdu real quick and stock up on all those pages while they're still cheap. Hey, I've already done that. I was hoping they'd be coming back soon, so I've already got my entire apprentice page sets.
Looks like Kagami's using Dragon Claw.
Hey, can you make me a mod on this channel so I can post links?
Sure. Give me a second.
Cool. Polearm type styles. There's some fashion lore polearms, and they're considered long staffs, I think. Normal size staffs, like the Tempest style, whatever. So, as far as a style originating in polearm, no, but there will be a lore that will resemble polearm. Drunken
Yeah, it looks
Master Drunken Master is going to be giving out not through the cash shop and not through the prayer event. It's going to be a new vessel, I guess. But most people will be able to take advantage of it and have it to play with.
Looks like
So-
Kagami took that match.
Yeah, Kagami won. Do you guys want to join Palladium's match?
Watch that real quick while I moderator over.
We have Palladiums versus R1.
So how do you guys like that new the marriage system? I mean, the whole process of getting married, and the wedding tables, the wedding crashers, like the DDR in the bedroom. How do you guys enjoy that?
It's pretty fun.
It's cool, right?
The dancing it's funny.
Yeah.
You
Well, I
have
mean,
to
dancing aside, it's actually really close to your traditional Chinese wedding in Ming Dynasty China, all the way down to paying money to get married. It's actually a really realistic simulation of the culture of the time, or at least in these legends. Heroes would be at their wedding ceremony, and you'll see wedding crashers come in and try to interrupt the wedding.
I'm not seeing an option to make you a moderator. I know there is one. It's just going to take me a moment to figure it out.
Have you tried to just click on my name and make me a mod?
It doesn't bring up any options when I
Okay,
when I click on you through there. Can you type something in the chat real quick?
sure.
And first match goes to Palladium. Breeze on Breeze.
Go ahead and try that now. No, it doesn't show you as a mod still.
Hey, it's all good, man. Don't worry too much about it. You guys want to give out another key?
Sure.
yes.
Alright, yeah, go ahead and select another winner. Let me pop open this retail box.
17 in chat.
Everybody's like me.
I typed it in the chat. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce it. It's just not going to happen.
Compirova Frieza.
I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say you're correct.
We're gonna need you to type something to confirm that you're winning this key. Compirova Frieza. This is for a retail box key, value of $19.99. Oh, there it is. Alright, so I'm gonna private message you Compirova Frieza with the key.
Congrats. Looks like Palladium is taking. It might be taking this one again.
Yeah, he's keeping on Art 1.
There you go.
Art's
You're a
just
moderator
trying to hang
now.
on right now.
You're a moderator now, by the way. I figured it out.
Awesome.
Nothing a quick Google search can't fix.
And that's the match.
Palladium puts out some really hard damage sometimes.
Yep, that he does. He's pretty good with that Breeze set.
6Ks versus 24. That's crazy. Total damage.
Alright, where are we going next, guys? Has Grievance fought his first round yet?
I believe so. Yes.
Do you want to do
Okay.
Boyas and Nightwolf?
Yeah, let's go check them out, see how
Those two
they're
are pretty good.
doing there.
This is going to be interesting because I hear Nightwolf is pretty good with that dog beating.
Yes.
Oh, but he's not using it. That is Snake Stick, I believe. Boyo's pulling out Snow Sword.
Online reward window. Oh, that hurt.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Wow.
That was a
That
good
was-
save.
That flying
More
horse
20
was
HP.
amazing. Okay, I don't think anyone can say that that flying horse wasn't just very impressive.
Yes, it was.
Not gonna give Boyzo any time.
Now comes dog beating.
He has too much control. That's it.
Oh,
Oh
wow.
man, it really looked like Nightwolf was gonna pull that one to a victory, but wow.
Snow Sword hurts.
Yeah. You can see their damage was very comparable. Oh man. Alright guys, give me a second. I'm gonna put us on a screen for just a second so I can clear out whatever these chats are. There we go. Right back to the start of the match. We've got Touch of Color coming out. Dealing some surprising damage.
Yeah, both sets have some good control to them.
They definitely do, yeah. He's just managing to block and build some rage off that. A lot of movement in this match compared to the previous matches we've seen.
Boyo is trying to go for a parry break. And Nightwolf's not giving her an opening.
He's got plenty of rage to continue on that assault too.
And I think we're about to see some Snow Sword. There we go.
Devastating attack and an immediate horse.
And another nice horse.
Careful here. Gonna have to horse again once its cooldown's up. If he no,
And that's the
that's
end.
it. Bozo just had him caught in it too much. You can see that round with just the control when that set was brought out. You can see the difference in damage dealt. Nightwolf just couldn't do anything about it.
And that, folks, is why Snow Sword is one of the most expensive sets.
I wish I had it.
Same.
Oh, we're all done this round. We're going to be moving on to second round now here. Alright. We'll get it to begin in just a minute here. and Kagami.
We still have 3 more retail box keys to give out, so, you know, even though we gave the last one to a Wulin player, it's all good, guys. You have a chance to get some more.
Alright, let's see.
Now that's a good one that I want to see. Never forget in Kagami. That's probably like seeing the final round before the final.
Let's visit them right now. Still get a little bit of time. Alright. You want to get another key passed out?
Yeah, sure.
Alright,
Go
we've
ahead.
got number 34. Let me scroll down and see who that is.
This is going to be an interesting matchup because both of these players are previous WoW winners from last month.
Yep, title holders. Flashy, nice titles above their names right now. Both allies in game too.
So it seems that it was Nor baby.
Yep.
Well,
Nor
congrats.
baby. Nor
Yeah.
baby, we're gonna need you to type something in the chat to confirm. Nor baby, retail box key, 1999. Oh,
There we
it
go.
is. Should we ask him if he's a Age of Wushu player? Nor baby, what server do you play on?
Your baby, are you Wushu or Wulin?
Uh-oh. Alright. I'll be PMing you your retail box key code.
Grievance seems to be fighting.
Is he right now? We'll go and join Grievance then.
Well,
Oh,
this
that
one
was
seems that Never Forget won this one.
Yeah, that Emai 4th set again is just beast. Kagami couldn't do much against it.
Alright,
Yeah.
we're gonna go and check in with Grievance, see how he's doing.
How do you leave the match you're viewing?
The little cog in the lower corner.
Ah, I see.
Can't watch him. His match isn't active yet, people.
Well, somebody said it there.
Yeah, I know.
Watch Grievance.
We're gonna check in with Grievance then. I'll watch for it announcing that his competition is starting. Right now, let's go check out. Is Mold actually gonna be there in the nude? Because that's what it shows right here.
Well, the fight between Never Forget and Kagami has not ended. If you guys want to see the end of it.
We'll move in and go on. Watch these two Mofu going at each other right now. We're with Mold and DI7YE.
Okay, I'll give you updates on the Kagami and Never Forget fight.
Sounds good to me. It's just starts.
They're from the same guild. They've probably been doing this for
Yeah.
days on end with each other, and now they're doing it here.
And no, Dogen Mold is not in the nude, apparently.
Yeah, I know the
He was
interface
in-
shows him in the nude, but fortunately in the competition he put on some clothes.
And looks like we're seeing some Mosey Sword.
Kagami is 10%. Oh, never mind. He's just horse.
Yeah, Kagami's really good at the clinch heals. We saw a few of those last week from him. Not last week, last month in the competition from him as well.
And DI got a lucky stun off. Not quite a one-shot.
I would have thought that would have done a little bit more, but still got Mold looking for the control of that dodge on the rage.
And there we go.
There we are. We'll jump back over now to Kagami. Never forget while we're waiting for Grievance's match to start. It looks like Boizo just knocked out Modarvin as well. Back with Never Forget. If I can get a camera angle. There we go.
Looks like she couldn't finish that combo. She got a little bit upset.
Yeah, Never Forget's not giving Kagami much room to work with.
Kagami had her or him at 10% or so, like around 12%. But if you see, Never Forget has no more energy.
Yes.
But she doesn't need energy for this one. That's it. That
That's
open touchy,
gonna, yeah, that's gonna hurt.
that's a wrap. There you go.
Well, good fight all around. Definitely two of the best on the server.
Yeah.
Apparently
Although
Kagami's
Kagami
lagging
is
right
lagging.
now. What's that?
No, she said, or he said he was lagging.
Yeah, I know
I was
Never
gonna say
Forget
this.
earlier I was dueling a bit with him and he was horribly lagging because I was actually able to hit him. That doesn't usually happen. Alright, looks like Grievance's match is about to start, so.
I'll be interested to see if he pulls out his Sunflower manual. I think it's a little low yet, but you never know.
Someone was saying earlier in the
level
chat
40,
that
no?
you couldn't. Someone was saying earlier in the chat that you couldn't use that in the but I don't know how that works. For those interested, you can already see the changes with the Sunflower manual.
And also the outfit for being the first to obtain it. Or highest on the rankings, whichever it is.
It's the highest on the rankings, I believe, and then first one to cap it out is going to get to keep it, if correct.
Are you guys speaking about the Sunflower manual?
Yep.
It's a long road, man. A lot of risk. Even on the Chinese live version, I don't believe a single player has capped it out. Maybe wrong now though, but when I looked it up a few weeks ago, nobody has
Wow.
capped it out. It's not an easy task.
They've had it out for a lot longer than we have so far.
Yeah.
Grievance is using dog beating.
The control on that is really good for him, so We'll see him keep going with that. He used that a lot last month too, didn't he?
I believe so.
See that health just being chunked down.
Yeah.
Early horse in the mat.
This looks like an uphill fight for Rice Cake.
Both of them are at full rage. Yeah, he's gonna just let her Tai Chi heal on. Oh, and tang darts.
And that looked like it tricked the enemy.
That spin didn't do much damage on.
No, that. Yeah, you can see that. Barely scratched.
By now, I will be dead if I was fighting.
Oh, that's gonna hurt. Get it. Okay,
Missed
good.
it.
Yeah, if Rice Cake hadn't gotten out of there right then, though, that second knockback always grabs you, even if you're blocking. So, all that health gain. Again, you'll see him back off when that ancient heals up. Oh, oh,
Oh, trick the enemy.
that tricked the enemy ready immediately. I was actually surprised to see Grievance switch over to Golden Snake thing.
That 100 transformation is gonna kick in soon.
Yeah, we're gonna start seeing that come into play here. I'm
Even
not
though it
sure
says
that
5
Rice.
seconds, it's-
Yeah, I'm not sure that Rice Cake is prepared to fully deal with it. Well, Rice
yeah,
Cake
it's-
gets. Rice Cake just nailed himself in that rage. Left himself open with it. I see some people talking about the game in chat with having trouble to install and stuff. You know, after the stream, if you guys need some help with any troubleshooting or anything like that, I'd be happy to help you guys out. That set is just
yes.
the damage in it, the damage and the control. I mean, you can see poor Rice Cake just pinned on that wall.
It did a little bit, but he's still got a huge chunk of health left.
Yeah, and he's still gonna have 2 stacks of 100 transformations on him right there.
Yeah, Rice Cake needs to horse here. This is over.
It is over.
Yeah, it's done. That'll be Rice Cake taking a seat out of the competition, and Grievance. refresh that. I'll scroll down real quick. Everyone can see who moves on. Moving on to the next round. Got Never Forget, Boizo, Mold, Friend, Grievance, Sai, Ziyang, and Palladium. Ermau, Landis, Rice Cake, Danky, EI, 7YE, Darvin, and Kagami. Alright, who do you guys want to watch in the next round?
Um. Well, we know that Friend and Grievin is gonna last a long time. Hold on, let's see. We also have Never Forget and Palladium. Any of those two will do. Since they're kind of like the ones that everybody's expecting to win. Those four right there. And now maybe Saiji.
Alright, let me take a look here and see what we had for votes before. Let's give another round. We'll go check in with Sai real quick, watch a round of that, and then maybe move on to another.
Okay.
Actually, let's go watch Ziyang and Boizo. We haven't seen Ziyang compete so far, but we've seen Palladium, Never Forget, Grievance, and Friend. We've seen Mold and Sai, so we're going to go with Ziyang. We'll check out at least a round of this match.
And Ziyang's building up his stacks of Perish Blade for the extra damage.
That's what makes it hurt.
Boyo's pulling out a Touch of Color, looks like.
Let me go and
That
check out
his
the
max stats.
I'm gonna go and check the Palladium and Never Forget and let you guys know how it's going.
All right. Yeah, I was wondering when someone was going to close the distance. Ziyang got tired of waiting. Punished for that impatience.
And there comes the Perish.
Yeah, he's going to switch back to that. He wants to keep those stacks at max. That Wushu Point combo. Very strong with the knockback and poison. See what kind of damage that max stacks has. Gotta wait out that heal.
Yep, probably gonna see a horse here. There we go.
Yeah, we're gonna see a Circle the Moon.
And Ziyang
Perish
just
Blade.
takes half of his health.
That Perish Blade with those 10 stacks. Man.
Palladium's at 1%. Oh, he's just horse. He's at 30% right now, Palladium. Might lose.
Wow, Boizo really just put it down. Ziyang. Can he follow it up? Wow.
Palladium
Yep.
lost.
Palladium just lost?
Yeah.
Wow, that was
I believe that was the first round.
okay. Let's hop over there and see how they're doing. We'll tune in on Palladium now.
Palladium likes to start off with Chain to build his rage up for Breeze.
Good way to try to do it safely. Right now, never forgets just giving him a little bit of rage. It's hitting that parry.
Looks like Palladium's got some good MS going there. Dodging those parry breaks.
Yeah, I saw that. He dodged like 4 parry breaks. Well, he got caught right now.
Put some distance between them, so.
And as you can see with that Emmy's breath, that open Tai Chi hurt.
Man, that's gonna be it unless he can get up.
There we go.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lucky one.
That was really well timed. I do not have a reaction time that good.
And that rage just hurt. Looks like he's gonna have to horse again, or a bubble. Nope.
That is it.
You just see a significant difference in the damage output that round. Alright, where are we going now? Check in on Friend and Grievance.
Looks like they finished Grievance 1.
Yep, they finished, so we're gonna go visit Mold.
Yeah, somebody requested that one.
Alright.
Mole. So I'm gonna go check out the other one and let you know how it's going.
Sounds great. Guys, in the future, we're going to try to cover more matches at the same time.
Yeah.
Looks like Mold's taking on Sai with her own set.
Sai's having some trouble here. Ouch. Heavily in Mold's favor. That's a bit of an upset, honestly, seeing Sai knocked out.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised myself.
Mold made it a lot further. I mean, that was really well played.
Mole does some really crazy damage. I fought him before.
We'll end where we started,
Strong
back
dude.
with Boizo and Ziyang.
Looks like Boizo's trying to finish off with Snow Sword. Looks like they're both 1 for 1.
Yes. She's been using that touch of color the whole fight. Most of the fight.
The versatility of that rage move makes it a good set.
Yeah, she's trying to keep up the control so he can't get off his attacks with Parrish because they really hurt.
Probably gonna try to wait out that rage heal.
Oh, and trick the enemy.
Yeah.
That was some big aggression there, though. Both have a healthy amount of energy. Boisel's got a little bit of the advantage on the percentage down in eating to horse.
When it comes to CN, your HP doesn't really matter because he does crits of over 2Ks. So he can drop you in like 2 seconds.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's just got to be careful not to get caught in that snow rage.
Oh wow.
See?
That's it.
Oh, that was a good fight.
That sword hurts.
Yes. Good fight.
That was, yeah. Alright, we see Palladium, Yang, Sai, and Friend falling out, and never forget Boiso, Mold, and Grievous.
Both matchups are going to be
So
pretty interesting.
this end is going to be really interesting because it's either going to be Never Forget or Grievance moving forward, and Mold and Boiso moving forward. Not what I had expected earlier on, but that's where the brackets place them.
I was expecting to see Never Forget and Grievance at the end. Not
Yeah, it
now.
all comes down to where the brackets place them originally, though, to where they would meet in the competition.
Yeah. So this is basically like watching the final right here. Never Forget and Grievance.
Let's Alright guys, 1 second. We'll tune in to Never Forget and Grievance and watch them. Still with us there, Earthquake?
Yeah, yeah.
Got some restless individuals requesting codes.
Yeah, we definitely have 2 more codes. So,
Alright.
you guys want to do one right now, or just announce it and wait a minute or something?
How impatient are you guys?
What about we do one after this match and then the last one after the end of the fight, the competition?
Yeah, it's completely up to this.
Well, you're gonna stay with us for the rest of the match, or did you need to take off? I know you've got some other stuff you need to be doing as well, so I don't want to. I don't want you feel like you're tied over here.
No, definitely. I'm good to stay here until the tournament's over at least. So, yeah, like if you guys want to give one out after this match and then another one at the end, that's fine with me.
All right, sounds good. Then give one out after these rounds.
Now this is
Oh,
gonna be
this
really
is
fun.
very.
This is gonna
two
be a
very good
long
sets.
fight.
Yeah.
I mean, their timing, their reaction to each other, their parries, very well placed. Oh, that's a very well placed parry break into the rage. But of course, we see Grievance, and he's got 5 stacks of 100 transformations on him right now, so he can afford to be beaten on quite a bit.
It's interesting to see what I have heard to be the best 2 fourth sets in the game. Emmy's sword versus dog beating, except Grievance is using the ancient
Yeah,
version
he's
of
using
dog
the
beating.
ancient version, yeah. As well, the Tangman 4th set is fun. I really enjoyed playing it. It's not one of the stronger sets. And there we
And
go,
there's
that red
Hunter.
armor. Keeping those stacks up too. We still got 5 stacks.
Yep, as
Was
long
that
as
bug?
he's got that, he can sit back a little bit.
Was the bug fixed of the 100 transformation?
There was a post on the forum saying that there was a known issue with it, and that they gave 2 dates. I believe they said either the 22nd or the 27th that we should see it addressed.
Yeah, I think I just counted 5 seconds on that right now.
Maybe it has
So
already
maybe
been
it's
addressed.
fixed, yeah.
I know before we had seen it, it would last 10 or 11 seconds.
Yeah, like 11 seconds.
Yeah, that was about 5 seconds
Yeah.
right there on that application.
And he's keeping it up. He's still got 5 stacks, looks like.
Just saw 2 of them come down. I don't know how it's still at 5, but I don't know all the inner workings of the skill, so I won't pretend to know what's going on with it.
That combo.
Never forgets putting up a very good fight here. Yeah, I don't know how he's stacking it, but he's still at 5 stacks even after that 100 transformations.
Yeah, he's had 4 or 5 stacks go off. I don't know how it's staying up at 5, but it is. It may just be the interface not updating how it does with the HP sometimes, so.
Yeah.
More than 5 have been used though.
Well, with that horse and Circle the Moon, it's not really something we have to worry about now. He's not going to be relying on that for another minute. That rage. Never forget needs to buy some time.
This one's over.
It was a really good fight, though. Never forget, it lasted a pretty long time.
People calling Duper. That's funny.
Yeah, I was going to have people troll chat.
Yeah.
Image, so we'll see a lot more numbers popping up now.
And looks like never forget starting with half parry endurance.
You'll see from those numbers just how much every hit hurts. Makes you cringe.
She probably got disabled there. She didn't continue with the combo.
Yeah, I think right now I'd be pulling out Mosey's sword to regenerate some of my parry endurance.
at least it's got the armor on it, because if that...
Oh, did you see that?
Yeah, he came back in at the end. You dodge
Yeah,
the beginning of it, but if you're there at the end, you get knocked back.
yeah. So he still got hit.
Yeah, that rage you have to, even if it misses you when it starts, that initial feint there, if you're still within the AoE of it, it still hits you and punishes you by knocking you down. And we've got another 100 transformations, and now he's up to 6 stacks.
Yeah, it's got to be interface or something because it's not showing the stacks go down.
Yeah, the stacks have only gone up.
Just another.
And looks like Boyo's beat Mold. 2-0.
Moldo's doing really well too. Would have been interested to...
And another transformation off.
That's gonna be the...
Yes.
Yep.
So
Never
we
forget,
have
put up a good fight.
we have Grievance and Void.
Boizo.
However it's pronounced.
Boizo. I don't know. You want me to pronounce your name correctly, name yourself Bob or Tim or something. Alright, we've got 2 minutes before the next round.
Time for a key? Retail
Time
box key time?
Yeah.
Yeah, time for a key. Let me roll the random number generator, and the lucky number is 2. So I don't have to count very much this time. Let's see who's second in there. Asian Ha 808. I just typed it into chat there.
Asian
I
Ha
see somebody
808.
else.
Awesome.
Are you
What
a
server are you from? What server do you play on, Asian Ha 808?
are you a Wushu or Wulin player?
All right. Yeah, your retail box key will be coming in your Twitch PMs shortly. Congratulations.
Looks like Sai and Ziyang are going to be facing off against each other. Ziyang building up his stacks while the timer counts down.
Quick.
We're probably going to see Sai try to use a lot of control to keep him from getting his hits off. That Emmy 4th set is really good at that.
combo again with the poison.
That rage hurts.
Some of that health, you can see his health just climbing though with that. With all those stacks, when he's got the rage going, look at his health just climb right back up.
Yeah.
The energy he expends for the health he gains is just, it's worth it with those moves. Guarantee he's going to go for it again in just a second here, that same combo.
So close.
Wow. Just keeps hanging on every time. Not that time. Wow. You see that every time he went through with that Perish Blade, Perish Tab rage move, the amount of health he would get back. He'd end up with 25-30% of his health back after just a handful of moves.
Looks like Sai's trying to make sure that he gets no rage. And missing those stuns.
Gonna make it a lot harder for him to keep his health up if he can't get any. That Rosy Stab heal just slowly replacing what Sai's lost. His HP. But now he's got plenty of rage and he's gonna need it.
Yep, that was a lucky block or else that would have been over with.
Not gonna save him this time, I don't think. Yeah.
That rage.
Assuming that
It's
Wushu point combo didn't go off there at the end because it looked like he was trying to knock Sai back off of him, but just didn't work out.
Yeah. Looks like Palladium and Friend are still fighting.
Nope. Alright, we're here for the next round. Looks like we're on round 3.
This will be the decider. Quite interesting, actually, the current deity leader versus the current Ard leader.
They're well matched.
And again, Palladium's trying to build rage with that RG chain.
So I'm doing that earlier too, keeping the distance, building some resources safely.
Oh, and Friend pulling out Headbutt.
That's got some really good lockdown combos in it. Check out the numbers that they're dishing it.
Friend
Needs to buy
HP
some time,
score.
yeah.
Low.
There we go. See Circle the Moon come out now. She tried to interrupt it. Damage output right now though, I mean we've got Palladium at almost 20k and only 3k so far out of Friend this match.
Yeah, that start off with RG chain really helped with that.
Oh yeah, but here we see a little bit of the damage coming back.
And a dodged rage. That's the ancient Tai Chi rage right there.
Yeah.
And Snow Sword.
We're gonna
Seems
see a
like it got
horse
cancelled,
here
though.
shortly.
That rage got cancelled.
Yeah, looked like it didn't play the full animation. And I believe I've been seeing some skill disables going on here with the Jade armor or something.
Yeah, whenever you see a failed follow-up with these players, it's usually because they're disabled from that Jade passive. Still about a 20k difference in damage output this match. Gotta see something change here. Friend wants to turn the tide. Friend does.
And I believe that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
That's it. Seemed like Friend was struggling that round.
Seems like Palladium has improved from last year, or last month. He seems to be doing better this competition. Next up, looks like it's Palladium versus Sai.
Doesn't give me a timer yet, so we don't know exactly when that's gonna start. Here we go. We've got 2 minutes. So we can watch the damage.
And apparently the match isn't recovering their parry endurance. Sai looks like he's down to close to half.
Once we see the match begin, we should see that change. During the prep time, you don't always see it fully recover everything.
And if I was Sai, I'd come out blocking, because Palladium's probably going to start with RG Chain again.
I'd stay close. I'd try to hug. Like what we see. Same start for this match. Sai's returning the damage and answering. They're staying fairly close to each other with the damage output.
She did the parry break and got rid of his rage.
Yeah, that's very punishing, especially if you're trying to build up for a finisher.
Yes. So he has 0 rage at the moment.
Oh man, that
That
hurts.
Very much.
And we're probably about to see another one.
Just a second. Actually, I bet she does have enough rage right now, looking at that rage bar.
Trying to get rid of his rage.
And there,
He used it though.
yeah, he used it, but the problem is she's got full rage now. That's going to be match.
That's
Oh, that
it.